Always wanted to be a pro wrestler? Or are you already a wrestler and looking to improve? Don't know where to start? Or just want to refine your skills? Well, don't wait. Only you keep you from being better. Want to be the best? Then learn from the best. Fort Knox's training school will help you develop the skills needed to not only become better, but become a legit contender anywhere you go. So don't delay. Find us on Facebook or call 717-379-4599 to schedule a tryout now. That's 717-379-4599.
Welcome to 3 of Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Shane, and next to me is stuck in Ohio, Kiesel, and down below him is Adrian Sandals. What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How'd you get on top?
I paid the right person.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. The check is still in the mail, though. So.
Oh, it is. You got to send Western Express. It gets there faster.
Yeah, Shane, don't cash that check till Friday.
No. Western Reunion works too.
Don't forget to follow our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and Spotify.
Thank you. See how worried I was.
I was on it just in case.
You can also start finding us on TikTok. We'll be posting videos very soon. So, be paying attention. Be watching out because it's coming. We're going to make it happen, TikTok. Y'all can't stop us.
All right. So, what? We're a week away from the next show?
Away from seeing Jamala Claus.
Look, I've been a good boy this year. I ain't did nothing bad. I ain't messed with. I just want to see Jamala Claus.
Jamala Claus don't care how good or bad you've been. It's just so cold for everybody.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So December 25th at the Rutherford Youth Club. After you're done opening your presents, come watch some ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you know what though? You know what else? So the show's in 7 days. But if you're still looking to go through CCW, Fort Knox is still having open tryouts for the next 7 days. Call that number, that 379-4599-99 to go through and schedule a tryout as well. So don't miss that beautiful opportunity. Great chance to get yourself out there and everything as well.
And it's free. It's free. It's free until Christmas. That is the biggest gift you guys get this year. You want to train? You want to do what we do? Call a number.
379-4599.
So before we bring on our guest, we have 3 matches to announce for December 25th.
I was about to say we are 3 miles. So, I mean, that's what you were saying.
The first match is Brother Raheem versus Zeno.
Oh, okay. So the Truth Serum versus, somebody who used to be part of the Ghost Rough Riders?
Brokeback Mountain.
Bro, okay, I got you. Broback Mountain, got you. Broback Mountain.
The next match that we can announce is our trainee Ziggy versus Hayne. Even though Hayne
you mean
not wrestling.
you mean
the
the
guy
guy?
ain't wrestling no more?
Yeah, didn't he retire like 15 times already from this week to last? He said he was never wrestling no more. So all of a sudden now you mean to tell me that he just came out the blue and decided to get his ass in gear and start wrestling? Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
If everyone follows Eric on Hayne on Facebook, there is going to be a stellar announcement 2024. So,
yeah, I fucking heard that too.
Can't wait for that announcement.
Yeah, me neither.
So the last match we can announce is Big Nasty will have a open challenge match.
Oh,
Big Nasty.
Big Nasty.
Oh,
Big Nasty.
Well, open challenge on Christmas Day.
Christmas
They better
Day.
be careful. Jamal Claus might show up.
Anything could happen.
He's part of Big Nasty. He's gonna be there.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell everybody. It's a secret. It's his alter ego.
All right.
Oh.
So since Brian was late coming on, Brian, you could bring on our guest today.
What? Oh my gosh, no, no, let Adrian do it. He's got the stuff for it. I'll butcher it up and that too.
What do you mean I got the stuff for it? You mean you want me to introduce like a legend in the area of Pennsylvania, Mr. Ron Neal himself? You want me to do that? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to introduce Mr. Ron Neal?
I mean,
Ron Neal, everybody.
If you wouldn't mind. Ron Neal, everybody.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Stop it.
yes, keep it coming. This guy has been around. This guy has been around. I mean, like, let's Bam Bam Bigelow, Yokozuna, like, I mean, just name a few. But go ahead. Who am I?
Seeing that picture earlier.
You're the upcoming generation, bro.
I mean,
what you are.
I'm trying. The generations.
And I think you're doing very well at it. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We try.
But 20 years ago, I'd have probably had to whoop your ass, to prove my point and all. But
I mean, that'd be.
Now, you transform into something different when you get like this old.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one. I'm with you.
Like I'm a musician now. I actually have a rock and roll band we play every weekend out here. A lot of the resort places and stuff.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm glad I'm still able to move around to do that. So,
yeah. Amen to that.
Rob Noxious said, "What's good, Ron?"
You asked Rob why he's not on this podcast because he's got some stories about training in the snow, the rain, and it surprised me that he even has a building. Why does he need a building for the training? I mean, just put the ring outside and you guys take what comes, That's what he did.
Yeah.
But as a luxury, we finally got the ring moved inside a barn, which was freezing cold in the winter time, and it leaked. And anyway,
better being outside than inside then.
Yeah, I mean, at least you had a roof. That's you got the benefit of a roof. You may not have had heat on it, but you got a roof.
Yeah, it was kind of like a roof. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Let's jump right into this because I want to hear some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be careful what I say.
We don't care about hurting people's feelings.
No, never.
At least on this podcast, no one cares.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless your name's Adrian.
Yeah,
I feel it. You know what? I'm
get into this wrestling. I'm like, why? I was a musician then too. So on the way out, Jim Rostock was talking to me a little bit, and he turned me on to a guy named Damian Kane, which started to train me. He's pretty well up there, and from there I drifted into the Samoan training school. And ended up being an instructor there for quite a few years. But that opened a lot of doors for me right there, just being in the Samoan family and stuff. Rob could tell you all about that too. But, yeah, man, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It's the next best thing to being a Hollywood actor that you can get. as far as fans go. I don't mean that you're acting in the ring because I know what goes on in the ring. Believe me.
Yeah.
And I just laugh at people and say, "Oh, that shit's fake, man." Okay. If it was, everybody'd be doing it, you know.
Right. Right.
Definitely.
Well, I'm glad to see a younger generation like you guys coming up. Man. Oh, speaking of being younger generation, oh, go ahead, Shane. I'm sorry, you looked like you wanted to say something.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You just got to cut me off when you're ready, you know.
No, you're good.
But I don't know. Can you see this at all?
Okay.
That was me. Way back in the day. Can you
Oh.
see this at all? This is me now.
So that picture was taken last. That picture was taken last week, right?
Yeah, we had a rough time down here with the hurricane and all. So yeah,
That
took
makes
a toll on me for sure. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, I actually wrote down some notes of some funny stuff I could probably tell you. But,
Hey, we take everything.
Yeah. Please get into it. Please tell us the funny story. We love funny story.
like when I stepped on Kamala's foot once, we were in Samoa, and I was refereeing these matches. I mean, big names and stuff. We were all on the plane. First match, my first real match. I don't know if you guys really know at all what I was doing. Really, I was just like brought along as a fill-in. They needed another guy. They had an empty slot and nobody to fill it. So anyway, that was a disaster. But my first real match involved Damian Kane, to where I'm to take a suplex off the top rope. At that point, I've never even taken a suplex anywhere. So I went in and we did it wrong the first time, so they had to redo it because it was a taping.
Oh.
I think we ended up doing that about 6 times, but before that, Lloyd, which is off of Samoan's son, he was talking to me and he found out I'd never taken the suplex. So right away before the show, he's like suplexing me around, showing me how to do this. I was thankful for that, man, because I didn't have a clue. Yeah, training must be done. You're gonna get hurt.
Right. So they would make you guys like go back and redo tapings back then. Like they would actually redo matches and stuff if they were like weren't up to par.
Well, on a TV taping, especially with WWF, something like that could happen if the finish wasn't like it was, supposed to be or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But,
Okay.
Well, that's just the experience I've seen anyway. But this was an independent show, so but you don't actually stop the match and go back and do it again. What you do is, the referee's telling you, hey, do the spot again. Do it over. Camera didn't get you right. Maybe it wasn't your fault. Maybe the camera wasn't in the right place or something.
Oh shit!
When they're taping, hey, do it again. Oh, okay. Maybe do a little spot and do another little spot there, and then go do it again. And then do it again. Do another little spot there, and go do it again.
Oh, so 6 superplexes in one match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
doing it too? Like, oh, cool. That's how I'm gonna learn. Cool. Might as well just dive right onto the deep end. Okay, here we go.
Let's learn how to swim.
So, oh my God! One time we were leaving a show. I think it was in New Jersey. All kind of big names. It was a WWF show, and we're headed for Connecticut. So me and probably better not mention his name, but me and him, we left in the car. It was a rental car, and we get to the motel, and we get this message from the motel clerk. Says, "Oh, you guys might be in trouble." I said, "What'd we do?" I'm thinking the car stolen or something. But here we had taken off with the car keys for 4 of the top names to come to the show in that rental car. And the guy I was with is like, "Oh my God, they're here in my pocket." It's like, oh man. So yeah, we dreaded seeing them show up in another rental car. But, yeah, that was fun.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's great.
You aware of Steve Blackman?
Yep.
Anybody know? He and I are partners in training. And we opened up a school and everything after the Samoans. And I used to drive trucks, so I had a lot of miles to get to. And every weekend, I'd plan my freight to be either at a wrestling show or home or whatever. But I come home all tired one time because we had training session to do. Me and Steve are working out a new move, and I didn't duck low enough, I guess. His big old leg coming on a spinning back kick. And the next thing I remember, I'm waking up. I thought I was in a truck accident because I knew I was tired driving home. I thought I'd been in a truck crash. I'm in the hospital. I've been out for a week. I've been
Holy
unconscious for
shit!
a week, man. And they finally told me what happened. I was kind of relieved because I didn't wreck my truck. But I'm like, man, you got to learn to duck a little better, you know. We were trying a technique instead of just ducking down. You kind of like do the splits instead, and you barely have to bend your head down to miss whatever you're trying to miss. But make sure you do some good splits, or it doesn't work out at all, man.
Then you have to hear about it a week later when you come to, and Adrian's over here worried about missing like a few hours of his life and that too.
Yeah.
And Ron's over here missing a whole week he don't remember. So
Yeah.
I've had 19 concussions, man.
19 concussions.
Yeah, ones that were confirmed, you know, to the hospital that many times. So, you got a concussion. Oh, okay, let me go. I know what to do.
I know the protocol. I know what to do. I'm fine.
Like they got like a punch card, like
Like a frequent flyer.
I could tell you something about what happened when I had that most severe concussion where I was out for a couple of weeks. But it's kind of a long story, so you might not even be interested. But it shows you the effects of a concussion if they let you out too early. So before this match, it was a training session. Before this training session, I had parked my big tractor trailer at our fairgrounds near my house. Drove away in the car to go train with my son in the car. So I get to training and I leap over this guy and I come down on my head on the concrete and out I go, man, off to the hospital. So I wake up a long time later, a week or so, and I got amnesia. I don't know my wife. I don't know my kid. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So to jar my memory, Damian Kane, who was my trainer at the time, he dealt with snakes. So my son brings a snake into the hospital room, snuck it in there, woke me up and put it in my face. Dad, you remember this? You remember this? I'm like, he knows I'm terrified of snakes. Anyway, that ain't the worst. So I finally go home in my hospital shoes, which you know is cloth that you tie around your feet, still in my hospital gown, and the cop knocks on the door. I just got home like seconds before. And he goes, you got to come out and move that truck. I said, oh, man, I just walked in the door from the hospital. Can you give me a couple hours? You move it now, I'm going to have it towed. So I take off walking in these hospital slippers and the gown tied in the back, you know. And I start walking to the fairgrounds. It's only about a mile away. So I get over there and there he is with a tow truck and shit. So I jump in the truck and I just take off, but I lock up the trailer brakes. It's a gravel parking lot and I raise all kind of dust like Smoking the Bandit, man. I'm getting my truck out of there. They chased me all the way back to my house, which is got a big U-horse neighborhood, U-horse-shaped, horseshoe-shaped neighborhood street that goes around in a circle there and comes out. So I pull in there, I jump out. I was out of my mind so bad, I ran in and grabbed my rifle. I come outside with the rifle. And they're lining up in the street, about 8 cop cars at this time. They got my whole street blocked off. And they come out behind their doors with their guns and pistols all pointed and stuff. And then one cop knows me, and he knew I had been in the hospital and stuff. So he's trying to calm the situation down by walking toward me and this and that. And I said, I ain't going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot that big ass down there that, you know, tried to break my finger and stuff because of my truck. And he said, yeah, he said, well. But anyway, the neighbor from behind my house dove out of nowhere. I didn't even see him coming. And he tackled me and took the gun out of my hand and ran off with the gun. The cop that knew me came running up. He helped pick me up off the ground. He goes, just calm down. And then he heard the whole story. And the other cops had to all go away and stuff. Nothing ever happened other than 2 weeks later, the cop that was harassing me into all this shit he was arrested for confiscating drugs and not turning them into the evidence room and all that stuff. Yeah. So karma, man, karma works, you know.
Karma.
Anyway, that's just some of the dumb shit that's happened to me through my life, you know.
So you dropped the trailer brakes on purpose just to raise some hell.
Oh yeah, throw gravel around. You know.
Yeah. I'm a truck driver too, so I know. I'm like, yeah.
It was fishtailing behind me just perfectly. You know, I was zigging and zagging. And, yeah.
I just picture him doing this, like going down, walking a mile with like this gown on. His whole ass is hanging out in the back and everything.
Yeah, I was fuming, man. Well, I had underwear on at
least. There you go. See, at least.
Plus, I was way younger then, so it probably wouldn't have looked so bad at that point. So.
That's funny.
So what's Rob do? Y'all let him sit around in a chair all the time, or what goes on at the training? Does he get up in the ring?
Oh no, the worst thing he can do,
man, because when you say that just answers the whole thing.
No, the worst thing he can do is get in the ring, because if he gets in the ring, that means somebody done pissed him off. He's normally there, like, all right, this is what I need. No, hey, I told you I want you to. Okay, look, if you do that one, just get out the way. I'm like, okay, it's about to happen.
That's perfect.
Yeah, if Dad's got to get out of his chair, that means everybody's just like, you know what, we're just gonna run the hill, because that's easier to do.
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, just do something.
So the thing was, Dairy Queen was always Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen. Okay, we'll be back. Dairy Queen. How many scoops on this cone you want me to get? How many scoops? You want 2 scoops or 1? And they better not be melted. Okay, after we're back. There you go.
Listen, where his school's at now, he loves that hill, that Poplar Hill, man. That kicks your ass. So it's a tough one. So so it was cool seeing the picture of you earlier with like a real young Bam Bam Bigelow. Like I'm really jealous of that. That's pretty awesome. So good stories from those times with Bam Bam. I heard you had one of the last matches with Yoko, and
Yeah, it was hey, I didn't know it, but there's a documentary out called The Making of Yokozuna. And I'm in the very first of it, getting my ass handed to me, man. But Rodney, and I'm proud of that, man. I'm glad they decided to keep that in there.
Nice.
That's a good memory. It was funny, after that match, I went to my friend's house for reasons nobody needs to know, but I went to his house. He goes, "Man, how are you walking? I just saw you get killed on TV."
You're like, he has 600 pounds, and he should have. But
he was gentle when he wanted to be.
No, he was so good. I mean, I was in the family there for a long time. He just opened big doors for me, man. Places I would have never gotten. I got nothing but good and.
So did you spend a lot of time in Pensacola?
What's that?
Did you spend a lot of time in Pensacola?
No, we had the training school up in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Well, near it. It was before Allentown, but it was up in that area. But I was affiliated there 12 years. Yeah. Then I got old, got stupid. Hey, you wouldn't believe it, man. For a long time, I was a pirate on the Renaissance Festival. I was doing it during wrestling, but after wrestling, I became that full time. So when I retired from truck driving, I was an axe thrower, brother. I could stand you up against the wall and put axes all around you.
Oh shit! Nah, I'm too black for that. I can't. My blackness won't allow me to do stuff like that. I
can't do it anymore. I can barely pick up the axe now. So.
Oh, you got on glasses. You might miss. Like you might sneeze mid throw. Then I got a haircut that I can't get rid of. Like
anything could happen. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So what's a match that if you could run it back and you got a chance to do it with so many great people in that too? What's one that you would like to run back again and do over again, even keeping it the same? That you just really hits that spot for you.
Oh man, I loved wrestling Steve Savage. He was way oversized for me, but he would always let me. Well, I shouldn't be saying stuff like that, I guess. Put it this way, I could always slam him whenever I felt like, and put in a whole lot of moves and all that stuff, and there was no jealousy in the ring at all. Yeah, him. Almost everybody I've worked with. I mean, I worked with Mick Foley when we were all on the independent circuits before anybody got to the big time, and he clotheslined me, and he thinks I invented the move of doing a double flip when you get clotheslined. I didn't do it on purpose. He hit me so hard it flipped me over onto my belly, and I'm like, whoa. But, somehow I ended up flipping to where my foot got hung up in the middle ropes after the clothesline. He just thought that was great.
He's like, what are you going to call that move? You're like, just taking a clothesline, a really, really good clothesline.
Living, trying to live.
I'm going to tell you a secret that I think I know how this is, and I don't know if Mick will ever admit it, but I didn't really know it. It didn't really get confirmed for me until I seen Doug Flex on a Hannibal interview. If you know who Hannibal is on his podcast thing. But he was saying that him and Mick were one night watching this guy wrestle at a show. They were getting ready to go up and wrestle after this match. They said his name was Johnny Rebel. He was an old greaser looking dude. And said he was just awkward as shit. And he said, but he went to the ropes and he hung himself. He was in a hanging position between the ropes with his neck, and we didn't know if he did it on purpose or if he was an accident. So, but he was hanging there, and Mick said, holy shit, that's cool, man. And so they never did ask me if I did it on purpose or not. But Doug Flex said that Mick told him, says, man, I'm going to start using that. So Mick did, and as you know, he lost a piece of his ear. So I was a ring technician back then, which is how I got in WWF. A lot of the shows, I got to do a lot of the opening match and stuff. Right. And bringing the ring, and also because I was a ring guy. And when his ear got cut off, he sent me the video of it and wanted to check that the tenants of the ring had tightened the ropes up before his match instead of loosening them, which was true. I saw it in the videos, but that's all I can pretty much say about that. But yeah, anyway, that hangman move might have came from me. I don't know. But yeah, I did do it on purpose. So just to clear that record up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did it several times after that, but then I started thinking, well, maybe a leg drop off the top rope would start being a little more fun than hanging myself.
Yeah. Usually sounds like a better time than that. So
yeah. Mick was a jewel, though. I mean, I was on the road with him. We were doing like country clubs and stuff, big audiences and stuff. But it was out in the mountains in New York and Connecticut and all the big fancy places. And one night we're all sitting in his room with me, Taz, Mick. It was Mick's room, and telling jokes and stuff, and get a knock on the door. And this guy, I think he had Down syndrome or something, and he was looking for Cactus Jack. And normally everybody looked at each other, because normally you would not let a fan in the room, But Mick said, let him in, And we let him in. Man, that kid had the best time of his life. We answered all his questions, signed dozens of different paraphernalia for him and stuff, and pictures. So that's the kind of guy Mick was. He was so kind-hearted. The next morning we had to jump start his car with coat hangers. You ever tried that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, when you don't have cables.
Have you ever done it?
And we asked around for cables for hours. Nobody had jumper cables. We didn't have the money to call a wrecker to come out and jump the car. So I knew this old hillbilly solution to that. You get some coat hangers, get them wired together where they're long enough to reach from one battery to the next. Now you better wear gloves because it's going to burn like hell. And you hook them to his battery and your battery at the same time. And it's going to start sparking and like melting shit. So you got to have like extra long wire so that you got room for it to melt down onto the battery a little bit, but it will start your car. But yeah, gloves will probably catch on fire depending on how long you hold it there. Old tricks like that,
Well,
I see.
probably blow up cars nowadays.
Yeah. So the very same trip, he gets a screw in his tire. So we pull over at this little delicatessen in the middle of nowhere, and they don't have a tire repair or nothing. So they got an air pump, when you put little quarters into it, and it, they got a gas pump, but no mechanic. So I go looking around in the dumpster, and I find this old bicycle inner tube. So I cut a little patch out on it, took the screw out of his tire that made the flat, put the inner tube in front of it, and screwed it back in there with the inner tube, pumped it up, and we got to the show. So that was an eventful trip, pretty good. I mean, with Mick Foley.
I was just saying that being the same trip. At what point do you go like, all right, guys, I think we should probably just go home? Or somebody else is like, hey, man, we can't take your car. We should probably get a different car.
Well, the bad luck didn't stop there. When I get to the show, me being kind of a newcomer, I didn't get to pick nothing. So I'm wrestling the guy after Mick Foley. I had to go out and wrestle this guy named a tag team match named Crush and Run. So they had a finish move where I'm pressed over the top of their head. I'm face down, of course. The other guy's going to come off the top rope with an elbow on the back of my head, and his partner's supposed to flip me over down on my back like a body slam, kind of like, just throw me down on my back where it looks like he did it with the elbow, right? Oh no. Timing was way off, man. He hit me so hard in the back of the head. I went unconscious, and they said I landed straight down like an arrow on my head when the guy threw me down.
Looked like a lawn dart, I bet.
Didn't know it for months later, but it broke my collarbone when all that happened. But the bad thing about it, my wife told me, don't go on this tour, you're going to get hurt. And I'm like, no, I know what I'm doing. So when I got home, I had to lie to her when I got home. I said, yeah, the starter went out on the car. I had it jacked up under there working on it, and the jack fell out. The car fell on me. It took 15 wrestlers to lift that car up to get it off me, sweetheart. They saved my life. So,
she's like, I watched the tape. I saw it. So you're like, that wasn't me. That was another guy.
Adrian, I just want to let you know, Adrian, that this all tops the taser and one-way side.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. This wins.
The one guy
ever hear about either one of those. Damn.
And the one guy they wanted me to wrestle, he asked me, can I put a meat hook in your mouth and like troll you around the ring? I'm like, what? What did you just say? A meat hook in my mouth. Yeah, so you just hold on to the chain and I'll spin you around the ring. That's my finish move. I said, oh, no, it ain't either.
No, I'm
good.
So what you say is
my hand slip, I'm fucked. Yeah, no.
He was called the Butcher.
So what you're saying is there might be a video out there of you with a fish hook in your mouth, with a meat hook in your mouth, spinning around.
I got still photos of it not happening. Yeah.
The guy's like, hear me out. I've done it once to one person. Mouth got pierced. It's fine. They're fine. You're like, no thanks. No.
They chew a little funny. It's okay. Like,
can you imagine like pitching something like that nowadays, though?
Lord.
Like, hey, hear me out. I've got this. No. Just
no, nothing's going in my mouth with a point on it. Yeah.
Depending on where you're working, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Can we do it? And then can I spin into light tubes?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then I want you to set me on fire when it's all said and done.
Yeah. That Atomic Bomb guy was similar. Y'all remember him at all? They called him Atomic Bomb.
Tommy
Oh,
Bahama.
he had the little yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like a red singlet.
Yeah.
he said, "Is it okay if I grab you around your ankles and spin you around in circles for a few minutes?" I said, "A few minutes? No, I ate earlier, man. Yeah, I can't do circles, you know."
You gonna turn me into a sprinkler is what's gonna happen.
Oh man, yeah.
You got Cesaro wanting to do that big swing, like getting to 20 seconds was big, and you got this guy who was like, "Can I do that for like a minute or two? Is that cool?" You're like, no, I don't want to do it for 5 seconds, let alone a minute.
Yeah, I don't like going upside down very much, but slams ain't bad. Doing some flips here and there, but I don't want to continuously go around in a circle.
It literally throw that ass in a circle. Just yin, 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 yin.
Hey, I got to mention Bill Carroll, man. I found him on Facebook through you guys, and he's turned out to be quite an individual. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
William Carroll.
Yep.
What a good dude, man. I'm telling you. I just wanted to give him a shout out. Hey, man.
Hell yeah.
So you talk about world stories. You talk about what has been one of the things even now. Like, do you still look back at wrestling? You still keep up with wrestling nowadays?
Nah, I haven't. I didn't even watch it when I was doing it.
Okay.
Unless I was in it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I just never kept up with it, man. It seemed like when I left it, especially, other things took over in my life that I was enjoying also. So I just kind of didn't pay much attention anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not in touch. I'm not even in touch with some of the guys I've helped train. That went up pretty big and stuff. Don't even know how to get a hold of them. But a nephew of mine's meeting Mick Foley in a couple of weeks at an autograph signing session. So he's going to tell him he's my nephew to see if he'll at least say hi.
Right.
But yeah, Steve Blackman's in y'all's neighborhood, man. If you ever wanted to look him up,
Bail bonds?
You're probably aware he has what is that, MMA fighting school or something like that.
Yeah, I think he does.
Does he still have it?
I think so. Last I heard, he still had it.
Yeah, I think so. I looked it up online, but I was afraid to contact him because I didn't know how busy he would be, or if he want to knock me out again. Or what,
It's going to be 3 weeks this time instead of 1 week.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely loved it when you came up to the school. That was a fun night. It was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so great, man. It really was. I hope I didn't mislead anybody of what they might have been trained before I got there. Because old guys do it a different way. Sometimes, you guys are a little rough on each other, I think. Who was that drop kick? The famous drop kick I'm talking about when I was at your place?
Oh, who was it?
The big giant guy drop kicked.
Oh, Tucker.
Yeah.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. It made me fall to the floor and go, oh God. He put him down so hard. I mean, it was accidental. He just didn't have control yet.
Right.
But after he did that, I'm telling, man, you okay? So then I told him, okay, you got to learn, man. So here, drop kick me. Here I am, a 70-year-old frail looking individual standing in front of this big giant where he just killed the young guy. And I'm telling him, drop kick me. It's the only way you're going to learn. So,
Ron's over here like, I already had 19 concussions. Bring on number 20.
Yeah, what's another one, man?
No, getting hit by him would be 20 through 30. Like, that's what it is. You just skip numbers.
But he did well. At least he stayed inches away from me because he knew he was afraid to hit me. So at least he got that much more control.
Right.
To where how far. So, yes, there's some comical stuff sometimes.
You gotta come back sometime. You gotta come back to the school and.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I can't hardly get out of where I'm at, man. But my band's so busy. we're already booked up totally for next year. I can't even take another gig. And I got people calling me wanting us to play. Yeah, we have a lot of fun playing. I mean, before wrestling, I was a touring musician with a band where Dwight Yoakam was our warm-up band on
Wait,
this
Dwight
tour.
Yoakam was the warm-up band for you guys?
Yeah, that's back in '82. He was just getting started, and they were booking him in places where we play. And we did a lot of colleges and stuff like that, and trying to get the word around. But yeah,
Shane, it sounds like Three Beards. We got to take a trip to a little concert. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I honestly think we definitely need to do a part 2 to this because like we only got like 20 minutes left and like it's so much already. So like we definitely got part 2. Like.
Yeah.
Well, let me say one thing. We're not doing concerts anymore, so get that out of your head because doing that tour shit was a pain in the neck. You was always broke. You were always moving. You were tired. So now it's just us old guys doing it for fun, so we sound much better. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. What was you saying, Shane?
I was saying that we need to do a part 2 to this because we're just loving all the stories.
I wish I could tell you some of the deeper stuff, man. But yeah, it would just.
You don't want to get nobody in trouble. We got you.
I don't want to get nothing coming after me. You know.
You said you would never tell.
What happened was, but it is cool hearing those stories that you talk about, like with Mick Foley being such a nice guy and everything too. I know my son, he'll be 20. He's 20 now. He'll be 21. He got a chance to sit there and talk to Mick Foley at a show, and just like the nicest dude, like put his phone down, sat there and talked to him. So it's cool hearing like crazy. You always hear about those crazy road stories, but you never hear about like I don't think I ever would have heard a story about these. Putting all these wire hangers together to get his car started, kind of thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah, but let me just clear up the deeper stuff that I know about a lot of these guys is nothing's illegal. But it's all like some funny stuff that they probably just, like who lit the firecracker in the motel room. I know who did. Rather not say. Actually, it was an M80. That was a great disturbance. Just stuff like that. Fun stuff. It's nothing bad or anything bad that anybody ever did. But,
was there anybody you ever worked with that like I wouldn't say rubbed you the wrong way, but you were like, I really don't like working with this guy?
Not one, not really. Everybody was great, even Taz. I mean, Taz and I had a few matches on a tour, and he had a bad habit of stiffing you with his foot in the top of your head. So one night he stiffed me, but I'm used to it. I mean, I could take it. It didn't hurt that bad. But he wore this makeup on his belly, so I got him in like a belly hug to where I could get the makeup on the front of my head, like looked like a bad bruise. And then I just collapsed in the ring on my back like I was dead. And the referee's like, "Oh my God, man, he didn't squeeze my hand back. He didn't squeeze my hand back." And the ref's calling the match and got in the locker room on the stretcher. Taz is almost crying, man. He's like, "I've killed this guy. I killed Rebel, man." So
and Ron just left off the thing like, "Oh no, it's good. We're good."
Yeah. It never stiffed me again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's terrified the shit out of poor man.
So
I can't even tell you this deep dark secret. I can't even tell it, but it makes me want to because it's so hilarious. One night I come in, I'm in a suit and a tie. I'm supposed to be like chief of the state referee, president referee and shit. So I'm in the ring. Rob comes up and grabs me by my necktie and like pulls on me to give me grievance stuff. But well, he didn't know at the instant he pulled on my neck, I went to the bathroom a little bit because I had to go before I got to the match. But that wasn't time. As soon as I hit the door of the building, I had to run into the ring, so I had to pee real bad, man. So instantly he grabs me. Now I'm concerned, like, oh no, how am I going to get out of this spot? But yeah, I don't know how many people might have noticed, but I don't know if Rob ever knew it either. I didn't say no. Yeah.
That's
So out of all the places that you got to train so many different places, got to have so many experiences. What are some things that if you had to go through and give some guidance to us, guidance to guys just starting in that too? Like what's your good piece of advice for everybody getting into the business or already in the business?
Well, you got to really decide if that's what you want to do, because if you don't really make up your mind to do this, and it's a whole lot of sacrifice, and you guys know it is, it's a whole lot of physical sacrifice. If you're just trying to do it for the glamour, or oh, hey, maybe I can get on TV or something, that's the wrong reason. You got to really, really want to get into this, because it's going to be time consuming. It's going to be physically a big strain. I mean, how many squats you guys do when you're training? Not the average person can do that many squats in one day, let alone in a few hours. But yeah, I would say just be sure so you don't waste anybody's time and all that stuff. And if you do go into training, give it all, man. Don't be afraid of getting hurt. No matter what kind of pain you're in, it's going to go away eventually, whether it takes a hospital to help you make it go away or whatever. Because if you're afraid of the pain, you're not going to do the move right, and you may hurt someone else. So there's a lot of research you should do before you just say, hey, yeah, I want to train, maybe come and observe some of the training first and to see if that's it. The best example of that is Pete Groeninger, if you know who that is, Billy Kidman. He came to the school looking to be a referee. And he was kind of thin, and he's a bank teller. And he was really thin, come to say it. And but he got in and started practicing with us. We were using him to practice moves with, and he started showing some really good athletic ability. So Chris Canyon got him doing these backflips off the top rope, building him up in the gym. And boy, away he went, So that's a good example of, if you decide what you want to do, you got to do it hard, man. You'll do it hard.
We definitely got to do a part two, because you talk about Chris Canyon and Billy Kidman. Like,
yeah.
I got questions. Like,
when I was a teacher at the Samoan school, Chris was coming in to us from the school in New York. You know what I mean? And so he had moved to the area, and he got affiliated with our school. So I got to, he was a big help training the new students that we were having. But Chris was so smooth, man. I mean to tell you. And the guy named Jason Storm, he was there at the time too. And everybody was just so graceful, and I was so awkward because I was a hillbilly redneck, that kind of, So yeah. So I once knocked the guy out with a paper towel. Oh, I can't tell this shit. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
just like to say, in case Dennis Diamond is listening, just in case, I mean, we're old guys now, we're friendly with each other, but back in the day, he had my belt for 1 day. 1 day, Dennis. That was 1 day. Nobody even knew it. So it's still hanging up right over here, actually, but it's so decrepit and parts are falling off of it and cobwebs are on it. It's with my boots, yeah. But, anyway, have you guys had any matches that you like? Oh, wish I hadn't done that move, or wish I hadn't done this move, where the crowd just goes dead silent. It's like,
oh yeah. There's one match in particular I wish that I wouldn't have used, or I wish a sign wasn't available, because I would like to remember the whole thing. Like, just sometimes just one-way signs just show up out of nowhere. So now, as I'm older, I see one-way signs and I twitch for some reason. I don't know why.
He's talking about me. He's talking about me because I wrapped the one-way sign around his head.
Oh, the wrap is an understatement. That thing touched my back, my spine. It came out the front. Like, it was just like, It was like one of those cartoons because it was flat and then it had my imprint of my head just perfect.
Oh my god! Oh, it was a real one-way sign.
It was
Like,
a real one-way sign.
oh
It
crap!
was one way, son.
Why you gotta do there's a damn thing?
Ron, have you ever had to deal with anything with a taser at all? Did you ever have a taser involved in a match?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, the worst I've had was barbed wire wrapped on the ropes and falling out of the top of the cage. Oh, which Larry Brown fell before he was supposed to, and I'm at the top hanging on to him, but over the top of the cage, first one out wins. He crashes through the table, but we were both supposed to go through the table at the same time. He crashes through the table, so his head's in a vulnerable spot as I'm falling. So I twist myself around, and my tailbone hits the edge of the ring. I mean, hard.
Oh.
And it just takes my breath away. Then I land on Larry without crushing his head. I picked the table up and started beating him with the table that was broken in half. And chaos broke loose in the crowd and all. That was a cage match, my final match. Yeah.
That's
it was against a bounty hunter and Jake and Jack Daniels. Yeah. Have you heard of them messing around lately? Daniels brothers at all? No. Well, I kind of think they might have got too old by now too. I don't know. I keep forgetting. Yeah. I got to tell you, man, I hope y'all make it my age and stuff. But if you do, just remember, getting this age ain't for pussies. So toughen up over the years, man. A lot of shit's going to happen by the time you guys are this age. So you got to handle it. Don't let it handle you.
You're right.
Adrian, I think you're older out of us three. So
I'm
headed first.
What are you, 27?
He's gonna be beat by a year. So we're good.
No, I wish I was 27. I am fantastically 40. So
no, where's the grade, man?
it's up there.
I'm the one who's got it all. Yeah, I got it.
You're bald under there, are you?
I look younger than both of these fools, and it's not.
I reckon you do, yeah. Yeah. And poor old biscuit eater up there, I had him pegged for like 55, maybe 60. I don't know. He's got some gray, man, at least.
I do. I gotta go back to. I gotta diet a little bit. I'll go back to eating my biscuits though.
yeah. I kind of like won because I was the first one out of the group to have a heart attack. So like that's like
way to be an overachiever.
Yeah, I know. Right?
You have had a heart attack?
Yep, in April.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, why are we talking about that?
Huh?
Was it in the room?
No, I was at work. As a truck driver, I was at work. It like I had just finished the show, got home, ate something. You know how you eat, like if you're getting ready, you're winding down, everything's crashing. Felt like I had indigestion or something. So for like 2 weeks, I had this weird feeling like, God, like this is weird. So I'm taking like Tums and stuff. I go to work. I'm driving freight up to one of the depots up near Scranton. Dropped up there, get out the truck, try to walk, couldn't breathe, like chest.
Wow. Oh my God.
Leaving there, driving all the way back down, dropping my empty in the yard, parking the truck, and then I drove myself to the hospital. And they were like, "What the hell?
Damn.
What the hell?"
Wow.
And then what was funny is I had a show Saturday that I kept asking about. I was like, "Well, if you find nothing wrong, I can still wrestle Saturday, right?" And they were like, "No, no." No, you had a heart. Like, they was like, "Sir, do you understand that you weren't just having a heart attack? You were having a series of heart attacks. You were in cardiac distress for 2 weeks. Are you not getting it?" I was like, "Yeah, I understand. That's fine. And like, I'm okay right now. But like,
I feel good. I feel real good. Let me go."
Yeah, just like I'm good. Like I can go back to training and stuff. That was like no. So I ended up getting a stint in, and They originally told me 2 weeks. I got a call from the doctor who I see now, and he was like, I would like you to come up here because I want to put you in a program that we're starting with people, and they end up having to do a couple more things in and out to kind of clear up some more issues. But
dang, man. Wasn't that long ago, was it?
No, it was April. It was April of this year.
All because
we just asked him to go out and have sushi with us, and that's the excuse he gave
us. I hate you. I hate y'all. I hate y'all slowly. I want y'all to understand that. Like, I love sushi. Y'all do this every week to me, and I hate y'all slowly. Like, I hate y'all like Elmer Fudd hates Bugs Bunny. Like, that is what. Where it says, I see. Oh, yeah. So you didn't give it to him? You gonna
He's in Ohio.
I'm in your neck of the woods this week. I'm in your neck of the woods. So.
You are not close enough to me,
dude. I already drove 5.5 hours. You can drive the rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you. I'm
well, thank you, Ron, for coming on. We are definitely gonna need a part 2 to this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Definitely will need a part 2, and we will definitely schedule that. Probably in the week, because we have one. We're doing a podcast live Friday, and I believe that will be the last one of the year.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, you need to try to get Dennis Diamond on with me.
All right.
We used to be mortal enemies, but we trained together. So.
So he might have some crazy Ron stories, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, he probably knows some stuff. Yeah. Some of his crazy stuff too. He's not mild mannered like he looks.
So he's crazy, is what you're saying. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's like Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we deal with it.
Thanks for having me on. It's nice to meet you two guys over there, and you, Shane.
Yeah. Remember, guys, December 25th, CCW United at the Rutherford Youth Club. Doors open at 5. Bell time is 6.
Please get your tickets.
Go open your presents Christmas morning, and then come watch some ass whooping at night.
Amazing posters, amazing matches, man. I'm telling you, you guys are on your way. Good luck to you. For sure.
Thank you. Well, Adrian's on his way to
the retirement home. Yes, I know what you're getting ready to say. I know what you're getting ready to say, bastard. I know what you're getting ready to say. It's like I'm working my ass off to get back. I'm losing the weight. I'm still in bad heart territory. Don't worry. I might just give me time. Give me time. It might happen.
Why you got to lose weight, man? You look healthy to me.
It was okay. So the funny thing is, they put me on all this medication when I hit the hospital. They just dumped shit in the system, and I got big. Like, I was like 300 pounds. Like, I got big.
Okay.
And it's done all falling off, and now I'm like, I need to get abs. That is my day.
Well, I need your diet plan because all the rice and crab ragoon I ate the other day is.
You know what? Just because you stop eating fucking sushi, how about that? Eat in moderation, you bastard. Why don't you try doing that? Why don't you try doing that instead of listening to this jackass? And y'all, they know y'all. They got y'all face on the wall. Like, when y'all walk in, they be like, "Oh no."
Shane has a name tag now. Shane got a name tag now.
I can defend Brian because this time he did not go with me.
Oh, so you cheated on him.
So
you cheated on him.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like a last minute thing. I text Kayla. I was like, "Yo, I'm hungry. I didn't eat all day. I really want Outback." I came home. She was like, "What about sushi heaven?" I was like, "All right, let's go."
Blame it on his wife. I'm gonna check in with her too.
Yeah, you should like, because now he's cheating on you with his wife of all people.
I know.
That's the world coming to, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, guys.
But make sure this is the last week to try out at CCW. Free tryouts.
It is.
Last week left. Please call and text 379-4599. Make sure you get in there, get checked out and everything too. Go for these open tryouts, man. Don't miss out.
Or on Facebook, Rob Noxious, or the CCW Facebook page.
Yes. And happy birthday, Kayla.
Who's who?
Yeah, man. So,
Instead of a birthday,
yeah, man, y'all come down to this training center and check it all out, man. See if you want to do this because it'll change your life, man. It's kind of like the 4th of July with the dog, man. It'll change you. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Come on down.
All right, guys. Until Friday.
See you guys on Friday.
Later.
Right.